Hello, welcome back to Questing Mayhem. In between episodes, there's been an update to the pack. This is now Questing Mayhem version 1.0.2. This update fixes over 200 different bugs and changes over 30 different recipes. You can see the slideshow, I suppose, of the changelog now, because it is way too big to fit on one single picture. Some highlights of the changelog include allowing any drawer to be used in the drawer controller recipe, removing the default recipe for the Zabucio block, adding more recipes to redstone, and changing the eye of the ancients recipe, as well as fixing many typos and grammar mistakes throughout all three quest books, changing many of the reward bags and rewards for many quests, making the quest descriptions for many quests more readable and easier to understand, and finally fixing typos. And in total, I added 7 new reward bags. 1 plain, 1 rare, 2 awesome, 2 legendary, and 1 best reward. So without further ado, let's get back in the game. Of course, there's much more than I showed here, or talked about here. Everything was shown in the pictures, but there's much more that you may have missed, so I recommend checking out the changelog on the Curse Forge page or on Twitch. So, of course, previously we were working towards getting this tank quest completed, so we can progress forward with more generator quests that will lead us into more technology. I want to continue with that, and the next step to getting that is the Hoppificate, which allows for automatic output to a transport system such as an input, an item duct, or a pipe. So, as you may remember, we can put things in better barrels from Java. This upgrade, once we put it in there, will allow us to take items out of that barrel without the use of a hopper. It of course does require a hopper for the recipe, but keep in mind that this does go for, so you're essentially doubling your hopper output, assuming you want to use better barrels for your storage. And I can't remember if we've taken a look at the hopper or not, but it is slightly modified. It requires an iron chest because, of course, a hopper is made mainly out of iron. It would make sense that there's not a wooden something, and it also, of course, is iron, which is, of course, a copper chest, which is, of course, a wooden chest. So we need a bit of copper, we need a bit of iron, and then we'll finally make the hopper. So, if we go here to and get some blocks, let's take that amount of copper. Let's actually make sure first that we don't have any chests laying around. I don't think we do. In that case, we can take the wood and make a copper chest real fast. I still have a storage upgrade, apparently. I will take those excess pistons, so that's very useful. So we have the chest, we have copper chest, and soon we also have the iron chest. Like so. Perfect. And now we just need to surround that with iron like you would pretty much any other time you're making a hopper. It's just that simple. And that's the first hopper in the series, and now we can take some of our wood and simply just surround it, because of course this is a cave. And so, yeah, we need a bit of wood. Hopper upgrade. Well, of course I made the wrong thing, because I don't read. Well, shoot. So we're gonna make another hopper. I'll make that off camera, and I'll make use of those 2 pistons. I don't know why I decided to make the blockade out of all things. I don't know. Well, this also has max upgrades in it because we're using it for cobblestone. I'll set up some more Java bales somewhere yonder to demonstrate these, and I may use them later for other things, but not just for storage. Alright. Hopper made. Now let's make the hopper upgrade. Quest complete. Now. And I'm going to take the hopper because it's much more expensive than the piston. I don't know if I have a good place to put it though yet. I guess for now we'll go to technology. Okay. So with this hopper upgrade, I have a little setup over here. We can place it in the better rail. No. Wait, no, of course. I'm stupid because I don't play with Java rails much. Yes, so of course we need these upgrades, these structural upgrades, Mark 1. And the update did add a patch to include the recipe so it can accept any type of fence, any type of plank. Because the only other fence in the game is Skyway fence, I just added the recipe for that, and made the planks for dictionary so they accept any type of wood. So we need another one of these, which is, again, this. So, better bale, we've seen this too many times in the previous episodes, so I'm going to cut here, and I'll be back when I have this structural Mark 1 oak wood planks upgrade. Okay, the bale now has the upgrade in it, the upgrade in it, as well as the actual hopper upgrade. Now if we put a hopper below here, you will see that it sucks out the items built into the chest, whereas opposed to a normal Java bale, that would not happen. So that is the hopper upgrade in action. I'm not going to be using it, at least right now, but maybe it will come in handy in the future. We have other upgrades to worry about though. For example, the void upgrade. With this upgrade installed, the bale will simply void extra items once it has reached capacity. This will help perhaps in mob systems or places where you don't want necessarily an overflow of items and you kind of just want to automatically delete some things. So the void upgrade is it's very similar to the void upgrade from storage drawers, which does the exact same thing, just there are no quests for the upgrades in storage drawers, I do believe, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, no. Void upgrade for Java. It's just obsidian and 2 pistons. Fairly simple. And I have been busy making some more gears to make more pistons. We'll of course need more rods, but that is nothing to worry about. Yeah, we actually have some of the ingredients left over from when we had to make like 2,000 pistons. And so if I put that here, no, actually no, I almost made a mistake. I need to put a bucket of it's obsidian there. Wow, I am bad at words today. So how do I do that again? Take obsidian here, place it here. It's obsidian. We already had like 56, but it will. And finally, we can put that right here, and we have the void upgrade. Quest complete. I will, of course, choose the obsidian. Now we have infinite obsidian, I'll choose the piston, because that may be useful. The redstone upgrade gives the bale redstone affinity. The bale will emit a gradient redstone signal equivalent to its relative capacity, from none while emptying to a strength of 15 when full. It also allows for the redstone bouquet to be attached to the bale. And so if you want to kind of monitor or do any fancy redstone contraptions with your red bales, this would be the upgrade for you. I won't be doing that, but I will be at least making it for the quest. These quests are at the very least just to show you what's possible with the Java bales, and it's not necessarily expected for you to make full use of every single item you make. Otherwise, I mean, you could, if you really wanted to, that'd be the extra credit portion of it, but it's by no means required. All you have to do, well, some things are required, that's like later down the line, and some things you have to do to get to other things, but these things in particular, don't need to worry about it. It does look like the there's a quest for the hopper brigade as well, though. So that won't be a waste of a hopper. So let's do an upgrade. Say, many people may assume that it's just a redstone block surrounded by pistons, and you'd be correct. So it's not that bad, at least in my opinion. So we have one piston already. We simply need two more. But one more. Yes, that should be enough. And yet it is not. Interesting. I am no longer running any sort of any sort of sieving system, and I don't really have any excess iron ore to speak of. So I should probably get running on that fairly soon. But that's for something for future Mantic to worry about. What currently has to worry about now is how long it's taking to smelt down the iron block. It's taken a while. Spoiler alert. Okay, finally done. We can put that out of the gear and make it. Thank you. We actually only need one gear, so I could have been done with that a long time ago, but you know what, I will. Now we have an extra hopper just for when we need it. No, I mean piston. Ready to go. Alright, here's the redstone upgrade quest complete. Again, not super useful, but good enough nonetheless. Also made the hopper brigade, sort of by accident. I'm going to take the birch planks, because I've been wanting to change out this roof for birch for the longest time, and that will allow me to do that. Next we have the redstone brigade, used to be on a better barrel to emit a redstone signal of strength 15 when full, emptied, or graduated signal from 1 to 4. This is adjusted using a better barrel hammer. A redstone upgrade needs to be installed prior to the brigade. So a redstone brigade, as the hopper brigade was, is just redstone surrounded by planks, so very, very simple. Probably the simplest recipe so far, at least in the Java barrel section. Perfect, quest complete. And so we get acacia wood planks, we get a choice of silver wood planks, treated wood planks, or great wood planks. Silver wood and great wood are both farmcraft logs. You can get them if you want, especially if you want them for decoration purposes. But know that you won't be using them for actual recipes until much later on in the pack. The treated wood, in my opinion, is more available and more immediately useful. So I'm going to get that. And again, I'm not really going to use these upgrades of brigades, at least not right now, because I just simply don't see a use in them. But that's okay. Not everything has to have a use, despite what some people may tell you. So we're going to put all this away, get a nice and clear inventory, because we are now done Java barrel upgrades. Which is very nice, moving slowly but surely on our goal to the tank. The next quest is Diamond Dolly. This is, of course, related to Java barrels, but not quite the same. It functions just as a dolly would, with the improvement that it can pick up and relocate a mob spawner. And of course, you'll remember that we made a dolly previously, which will pick up blocks at places and put barrels down and whatnot. It's essentially a way to make barrels portable. This is the same thing, except it will move mob spawners as well, so if that's something you're interested in, you can utilize this. The Diamond Dolly. I could have made this recipe much harder than it is. Thankfully, I didn't. It's just 3 diamonds plus the dolly. It's very simple. I could have made it like a diamond gears and you need like a special wheel, I don't know. But I didn't, alas. So, you get the easy recipe. And I spend 3 out of my 5 diamonds. Unless I probably have diamond blocks in here somewhere. Or maybe I don't. Yeah, I don't. I really need to start sieving more. Interesting. Okay. Where's our dolly laying around? Tools, of course. So this will just be a nice little replacement for the dolly. It has the same exact functionality, so we're not losing anything except for 3 diamonds, which we get back in the form of diamond ore. And of course, I have luck, so we'll see how many diamonds we get out of 16. Remember, any more than 16 is a plus. We get 28. Very, very good in my opinion, considering we had 5 to speak of before. Good. So put the block with the blocks, and put the chance cube in the forbidden chest. And move on to the next quest, which is finally the B-Space tuning fork, used to link 2 Java bales with the B-Space upgrade so that the content of a bale can be moved into the linked one. I will show this, I do believe. But first I have to make it. This is the B-Space tuning fork, which is simply iron and ender pearl. So very, very simple, considering we have infinite ender pearls and what I would like to be infinite iron, yet I'm bad at planning. So just like this, we have a B-Space tuning fork. Quest complete. I will choose the middle reward bag, which is epic, very good. And we get a resonant and a drum. That's very good. We have 256 buckets of resonant ender. Just to put that in perspective, I will place that there and keep it in mind for a future date. Okay, let's get another Java bale. Do we have any of those? I think we do in miscellaneous. Yes, we do. Good, good, good. Now the quest to talk about how it needs a B-Space upgrade, yet I don't see one, so I will assume I don't know what I'm talking about. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Do you think I really play with Java that much after what you've seen? I hope you don't, because I don't. Yeah. Since I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just not gonna show it. You can, if you really want you to, you can figure that out yourself. Because storage drills are just much more simpler. I recommend them fully. If I were to remake Questing Mayhem, I probably wouldn't even put Java in this pack, but it's in the pack nevertheless. And so we will be done with Java rails and never speak of them again. Evident by me putting everything away and moving on to the next quest, which is now finally the ender chest. So this is not the vanilla ender chest. It's better, pretty much. An ender chest from ender storage can be color-coded with wool, so you can link 2 ender chests together. This allows the utilization of several ender chest inventories. So there's a vanilla ender chest that has been in the vanilla Minecraft game for forever. The mod ender storage, I do believe, slightly changes the ender chest. You'll see that the normal ender chest, vanilla ender chest, isn't even in NEI. It does exist though, as evident by the recipe. This is slightly changed from the normal recipe you will find in ender storage. So you'll see it looks a little bit different, but an ender chest is of course an obsidian chest surrounded by ender infused obsidian. This is for the vanilla ender chest, which is required for the modded ender chest. Slightly confusing, but I'm hoping you get the hang of it. So the big ingredient here is ender infused obsidian, which is enderium ingot plus obsidian tile. We get 4 each. We need 7. So we need to craft 7. So we need some obsidian tile, that's fine, we have plenty of that. Enderium, however, is obtained. We'll use this smelter, I do believe. So we need to put resonant ender, which we can get through ender pearls, shiny, tin, silver into it. We need a lot more ender pearls than we do anything else, so let me take like 2 stacks of ender pearls and just dump them in the furnace. I should probably also cast out those ingots as well. So that'll get us the resonant ender. Next, we need the, I do believe there was some shiny in there. Yes, shiny, tin, and silver. Okay, I think we have all that in availableness, I guess. So shiny, where is shiny? Right here. We have the silver, and finally we need the tin, which is nowhere to be seen. It's right here. I don't know the exact ratios. I'm just going to do that for the best. The Resonant Ender does not combine with the Molten Iron, though, which is nice. I don't know what would, but I don't really want to find out. So once this is done, let's actually make sure we have like enough obsidian. So that's fairly important. We have 6 obsidian tiles, which isn't the best. Do I recall that this is making infinite lava or infinite obsidian? Yes, it is. Good. Or passive obsidian, I guess, which is the same thing as infinite. I don't know. Whatever. So that's a cool 8 ingots of Enderium. Very, very good. Coincidentally, the first Enderium of the series, which I believe to be a fairly good accomplishment. What did we run out of, though? We likely ran out of tin. So let me get some more tin, which I do think we have a fair abundance of. And so hopefully we'll be able to make more Enderium with that. But this is more than enough Enderium for what we need right now. Chances are I may have to stand at the obsidian farm a little bit just to increase the production of it just a tiny bit. But I think that should be fine. So we have the Enderium nuggets. The infused obsidian is now created. Looks like we did run out of the obsidian tile though. We need 2 more, which is 18 obsidian. Therefore, let me just quickly help along the obsidian process just a little bit. Okay, 8 ender infused obsidian. This will of course go to making, I don't know why that was interesting. So now we need an obsidian chest, which is more obsidian. Should have thought about that. But nevertheless, let's go through the process again of making all the chests, which of course starts off with a normal chest, which theoretically we maybe have, they'd be into core blocks if we do. We do. Perfect. And copper chest, then an iron chest. I do believe it's a silver chest, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe? Yeah, silver chest. Where's our silver? Have we run out of silver? Hold on. Silver. Nope, I'm just blind. We now have 8 silver blocks in our inventory. Finally, we need a little bit of gold. The entire stack, actually. Thank you. And plus 1 block. And finally, shoot, we're gonna need more diamonds. And of course, I'm now remembering because it has been a little while since I recorded. We have a diamond farm, so I will stand at that for a little bit and get more diamonds because we need it. And while I'm doing that, I'll also ran the obsidian farm because it's gone fairly slow. Okay, it has been a little bit of time since the last clip. Mainly because I did realize, yes, the quest requires 2 ender chests, which makes sense because what good is an ender chest if there's just one of it, based on the definition of an ender chest. So yes, I do need to make 2 ender chests, which means I essentially have to double everything. That's why I have 16 of every block in here. Farmed up some more diamonds, everything else was no issue, except for the obsidian, of course. Had to farm up a lot of obsidian, but now I have the right amount of ender obsidian for everything that we need to make. So, what is left is, let's look at the ender chest first. We need 2 obsidian chests, which I didn't actually prepare for. Shoot. I don't have everything I need to make. I made a bit of a mistake. Let me grind at the obsidian maker for about 128 more obsidian, and I'll be back. Man, that was a mistake on my part. Yeah. Okay, with literally 6 buckets of lava to spare, it is now filling back up very nicely. I have enough obsidian tile. I have 16 obsidian tile, which is enough for the obsidian chest. Now let's make these stupid chests. Where's the chest I was just going to use? Right here, good. So there's all occupied right now, that's occupied, we're moving down to the last row, boys. We have the copper chest. We have 2 copper chests, actually. Wow, I am just doing amazing today. Don't worry about me, guys. In the slightest. My mental sanity is perfectly fine. Okay, we have 2 copper chests. We have 2 iron chests. We have 2 silver chests. Now we have 2 gold chests. 2 diamond chests. And finally, 2 obsidian chests to make the vanilla ender chest. Again, this is all just to make the ender chest, which, like the normal recipe does require. Well, no, it doesn't require. The normal vanilla recipe for the ender chest does not require the eye of ender. Huh. So this requires the eye of ender as kind of the latch, I suppose, for the chest. Blaze quartz, I think you've seen before. It's blaze powder surrounded by quartz ingots, which is just 6 quartz per. So, do we have a spot for nether stuff? I don't remember if we do. I feel like we don't. Which is fine. Let me just search up quartz real fast. Yeah, do we have any of that nice nether quartz laying around? We do in process resources, of course. Perfect. Back down to the end. I don't actually know if this will be enough. We'll see. 3, yeah, no. Shoot. Okay. Do we have any quartz 4 by chance? No. Great. Okay. Yes, this does require a quick trip to the nether. To grab, let's see here. We need, it makes 4 per, that's plenty, so we need just 5 more quartz ingots, which is like 30 quartz, which should not be that terrible. Unless actually, Soulweed, Celsius, thought we had nether quartz seeds. We have like quartz shards, right? Right? What do quartz shards come from? Help me. Yeah, quartz xanthium seeds. I think that was required. Yeah, they'll be growing probably under here. It's been a while again. No, we don't have. We have the quartz xanthium seeds somewhere. They're in the chest, of course they are. Yeah, and they are not. Identified. They are not 10 10 10. Interesting. That's probably going to be on a bucket list. At this point, it'll just be easy if I go into the nether, grab a few quartz here and there, and I'll be back. Okay. Now I do believe we have enough quartz to make the required quartz ingots. Assuming we don't accidentally make some into shards, thank you. Perfect, more than enough. And now all we need I do believe is some blaze powder. And surround that with quartz. We have some blaze quartz, great. And next we need ender pearls, 2 ender pearls to be exact, although I grabbed 3. 1, 2, perfect. Put that away. And now we have 2 vanilla ender chests, finally. So that was just for the vanilla ender chest, which in like vanilla Minecraft, modified recipes would have taken like 5 seconds. Next we need the nether quartz. We need the ender chest from ender storage. Yeah. So that of course requires wall, obsidian, and ender infused obsidian. We all have that. However, I am slightly concerned about the blaze rods required in this, but I will worry about that in just a second. Didn't mean to throw the ender pearl. That's okay. And so we also need 2 bits of wool, which I thought we would have had string, but perhaps not. Apparently we don't. That's fine. We do have cotton planets, which make string. Alright, let me fun with that. I think we should have enough. I don't expect this to be much of a bottleneck. Hopefully it's not anyway. There's blaze rods there because I have an easy supply of blaze powder, not blaze rods. Unfortunately. So we'll have to see about that. Do I have my watering can on me? By luck, I do. Just need 2 more, so 6 more cotton things. 1. Thank you. Perfect. Actually, that was more than enough somehow. I don't know. 2 wool, good enough. This is, of course, so this ender chest works where it has these kind of wool toppings at the top of the ender chest, I suppose. And you can right click those wool toppings with dye, as you'll see in a second. And you can essentially color code the ender chest to your liking. So there's like 3 toppings or whatever, and you can dye each of them a different color. That gives however many possibilities, like 2 billion or something, I don't know. So, where are we making this thing? Good question. Yeah, yes. So, blaze rods, huh? We can of course get blaze seeds, blaze essence, yada yada yada. Yeah, it's what I feared. No way to make blaze powder into blaze rods. So I will likely, yeah, that's all that's given me for that. Yeah, I'm going to have to likely find a few blazes to kill. That's gonna be exciting. Okay, now we finally have the required blaze rods. That bit or whatever that you just saw, I don't know how long it's actually gonna be for you. Probably like 5 seconds. It took me like 20 minutes. My god. Anyway, some things just take longer than you expect. We have the ender chests now complete. We get a reward bag and a choice of our favorite dye. I'm going to choose purple because it's my favorite color out of those options. And for now, I will just place the ender chests down. I don't know. Let's place them down. Yeah, sure. So as you can see, they have these little bits at the top, right? There's like wool and whatnot. First of all, open the reward bag, we get a spawn fledgling, very interesting. Spawn that in, we get a fledgling, it hurts, and dies easily. Some XP, cool. So if we open it, you'll see that both chests open. Anything we put in this ender chest inventory will appear in this ender chest inventory, just like you'd expect. However, if, let's say we put a piece of purple dye on the right side of this ender chest, so now with the color code for this chest, as you can see at the top, is white, white, purple. If we put an item in this inventory, it won't appear in this inventory. If we put an item in this inventory, it won't appear in this inventory. But if we make this chest also white, white, purple, both items will appear in the inventory, but the necrotic bone will be gone because we now need to dye the right one white once more, which I can do very simply, just like that. And now we have the necrotic bone back once more. So these ender chests are going to be very useful around the base. Of course, we only have 2 right now, and they're very, very expensive. But I'm going to figure out where to put them in between episodes, because I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you for watching this video. This is after I finished recording the episode. Completing the ender chest, also completed the tank quest, which is very, very cool. We're still going to make a tank in the next episode, though, just to explain it. And I'll open that reward bag in the next episode.